Hello everyone, very good evening. I'm just waiting for a few of you to join in so I can start off. And luckily we have the sunset today and I'm so glad I'll be able to share it with you. Okay, waiting for a few of them to join in. Just tagging all my friends who would love to see me right now. Right. Hey guys. Good evening, Ravi. How are you? So glad to be able to meet you here. Hi, Bharat. Thanks for joining in. Hi. Very good evening. So I'm so glad that today there's sunset. For the last 2 weeks, hi Som. So for the last 2 weeks, the sunset has been actually playing a hide and seek with us, and I've not been able to show the sunset from my balcony, and that's my one gift that I'd like to share with you all. Hi Bharat, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Hi Meena, thank you so much for joining. Hi Usha, so lovely. If you guys don't mind, we'll just wait for a couple of minutes and then start off. Yeah. Hi Sab, good evening. Thanks for joining in. Okay, while we are waiting, I'm just going to show you the sunset. Okay. Okay, I hope you all can see it. Okay, was that visible? Hi John, hi Sane. I'm good, thank you so much. I know, seeing you after a very long time. I'm so glad so many of you are able to join now. Just give it like another minute and we're going to start off. This topic came up. Hi Pooh, thank you so much for joining in. We just finished. Hi Geet. Please stay in and watch the entire session. I have some really good information that I want to share with you all and talk to you all about, because this is just not an information where you and I can digest, but this is something that you all can become aware and share it with your loved ones, family, friends, and implement it. Yes, Sab, the sunset is beautiful. You know, for the last 2 weeks, it's been playing hide and seek, and I've not been able to show it to you all. I know, Bharat, yes. So today we've been lucky. Hi, Divya. Thanks for joining in. So lovely to see so many friends. Thanks to this digital world, isn't it? Hi Pradeep, thanks for joining in. And if you're here, just drop me a hi. Okay, I think we have good amount of people who've joined us. So let me start off. You know, if you see my poster, you are so lucky to witness the beautiful sunset. Well, and that's exactly what I wanted, and you know, share with you all. And well, you do want to see it again. Okay, all right. I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to see if hi Sendil. Thank you for joining in. Okay, let me start off. So, very good evening, everyone. If you see my poster, I've actually spoken about the frustration, the anger, the tiredness that all of us are going through during this lockdown period. And I'm not going to use those words. The reason being that enough of those words that we're using, we were seeing, hearing on TV, on radio. Yes, it's all there. We know about it, right? But let's just get moving forward. And one of the feedback that I received is, what do we do at this time when it's so frustrating? It is so, tiring. And, you know, the anger levels are rising to so much that a lot of people are actually getting into depression. Yes, you heard me right. There are people who are getting into depression because this is not the second or the third week. It's moving forward, right? Hi, Mamurthy. That's my mom. She's just right with me today. Hi, Pawan. Hi, Swami. Right. So a lot of people are getting into frustration and depression, in fact, and which is quite, dangerous, I would say, because we shouldn't be letting this situation get the worst of us. We should be actually allowing it to get the best of us, right? So I have gone ahead and made a few important points that I would really like to discuss with you all and share with you all, right? So to begin with, why you don't have to be a god or a goddess to get through this lockdown. Yes, you heard it right. You don't have to be either. All you have to be is just human. And how and why. The most important part is why, and that's what I would like to start off with, because anything that you're aware with, the awareness brings in a lot of information, and with awareness you will be able to take good amount of judgment, good amount of decisions on what the way forward that you can go ahead. Hi Urmila, hi Alok, thanks for joining in. Right, so there are great level of discomfort that is starting to cause in, emotionally, psychologically, physically, mentally, and don't even ask, financially. Yes, thousands and thousands and millions of us are going through all of it together. First thing you need to know is that you are not alone in this. There are millions of us going through what we are going through right now. You are not alone. That is the first awareness that you need to bring in to your mind. All right. And the ones that I told you about, emotional, physical, psychological, financial, mental, I'm not going to get into every aspect, but I will talk to you about two couple of important things that I would like to focus upon. That is the mental and the emotional health. Yes, you heard me right. Mental and emotional health is the most important one for us right now, to keep us sane when we get out of this pandemic and really live a life full of meaning, right? So now, why do we have to focus on the emotional drain? The reason we need to really focus on the emotional drain or the psychological drain is, first thing, why are we feeling so angry and frustrated even if we are sitting at home safely with everything that we can find, right? I'm talking about internet that we're talking right now. We have internet connection, we have good electricity, we have essentials provided, we have access to every basic requirement that we need, but still, why are we really feeling frustrated and angry? Why? Right? And those are the reasons that I want to talk to you about today. Yeah. So the first thing is, we've actually come to an era where we have everything almost at the feet of our, the world at our feet. And when I talk about that, literacy is, really high. Illiteracy is all-time low if you really compare to the previous generations. Technology is really high, right? Travel, luxury, equipments, if you look at options, if you look at any resources that you require right now, we are in a very, very better and a bright side of life and world in comparison to the previous generations, right? So what's that got to do with what we are going through right now? That must be your question, but I will come to that. But keep in mind this particular aspect, okay? The second one, that is, and I'm talking about the privileges that we have, right? And the next one that I want to talk to you about is, we are actually living a life like there's no tomorrow. And I'm not talking about today. I am actually talking about before the lockdown. Yes, we actually lived a life like there's no tomorrow. A fast-paced life which only brought us to our knees. And is that a why? Yep, that's also a why. We lived a life like there's no tomorrow. Our work schedule, our living life, our children's schedule, or it could be, the way we partied hard. There's a saying about work hard and party hard. That's exactly the life that we lived. And that's my second why. The reasons why we are feeling so frustrated and angry and sad and depressed almost is because of these reasons. And I'm talking about those reasons for all the people who've just joined us now. Deb, Jayesh, Shri Chowdhury, yeah. Manish, hi. Okay, that's the second reason. The third reason, if you really look at it, and this is something that I want you all to participate right now, we Indians, and I'm very proud of that really, right? We Indians are actually very, very privileged when you look at the support system that we have. Tell me how many countries have the kind of support system that we actually have access to. Helps, cooks, drivers, staff, dobiwala, dabbawala, right? Vegetable vendors coming on the streets for us, even for us not even going outside anywhere, right? Iron people who iron for us. Tell me about the amount of accesses and privileges that we have. We are actually a spoilt lot. But I would say we are we're really blessed, because if you compare to any other country, we are the only country, the middle class lives such a luxurious, and we live such a privileged and a luxurious life, right? So now tell me, how many of you have, before the lockdown of course and afterwards as well, how many of you have help at home? Like, your family, your maids, your cooks, your drivers, your staff, your nannies. Just put a number there, and or if you want to just list them, just go ahead. You tell me how many do you have. Hi Bhavani, hi Manasa, hi Savita. So I'll just give you like 10 seconds. I want you to write down in this comments, what is the kind of support system that you have. Just name them, cooks or support staff or drivers or helps, maids, number of people. Just go ahead and put it. Except for bachelors maybe, bachelors probably, but bachelors also do have cooks, right? But if you're in a PG, you don't, but take 10 seconds. Okay, Sam says none at home. Me and my mother-in-law. No, I'm sorry, let me clarify. Not about now. I'm talking about the life before the lockdown. Life before the lockdown, how many of you had support staff? Help with you all. I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about right now. Yeah, Bhavani says maid. Yeah. If you look at it, every household has at least minimum one maid or help. Housing help, house help. There, Vishwas, thanks for joining in. Hi. Yep, Manish is helping parents. There you go. Parents, are such a big support system as well in our culture, in our society. Manasa says, oh yeah, 3 maids. There you go. Right, so I'm just waiting for 2 more and then we will continue. So Bhavani says maid, Vishwas says 1, probably that's a maid I'm assuming. Then Manish is saying helping parents, family, nothing like it. Yes, Manasa is saying 3 maids. Bharat says, yeah, maid. Yes, so we have all, we actually have an amazing support system with us. Okay, this is just an activity, just hold on to that, and I'm really with the reasons right now of this entire feeling of frustration and sadness and anger that we're going through right now, though you were just asked not to do anything, right? Nothing, literally, no work. Yes, I know there are people who are doing work from home, that is not easy, but I'm talking about going outside and doing something really challenging and really being able to really physically protect your family. We are not asked to do anything of that sort, right? Okay, the next point is mindful living. The mindful living is what was vanished, the way we were living, right? When I talk about mindful living, how many of us have actually sat, and I'm guilty in this as well, right? It's just not about anybody there. How many of us actually sat down and looked at our resources, looked at our help, looked at our lifestyle, looked at the way we lived our life, looked at the rat race that we were running in? How many of us sat and assessed, is this the life that I want to live? Is this the way I plan to live my life? Is this what I love doing? Is this what I want to do? Leave 9 in the morning and come back at 9 in the night and have that few hours for myself? Is this the way I want to eat? Is this the way I want my house to be? Or is this the amount of essentials I require? Is this the amount of maids or helps or supports? And no, I'm not telling you to fire anybody. Please, they are the ones who really need help when everything is back to shape and when everything is fine. But what I'm talking about is, did we really assess our lifestyle? Right? That can be a yes or no. Hi Grace, no problem. Thanks for joining in. Hi Rakesh. Okay, so the next point is what I actually want to talk about also is, if you look at just one generation before us, our parents lived a life almost exactly like this. How many of you would agree with me on that? Just raise your hand or just say yes. How many of our parents lived a life exactly like this? They did their own chores, they did their own household domestic work, they managed their own finances, they managed their own shopping, they managed their own physical fitness, their mental fitness, their children. And did they seem to have a frustrated life? I don't think so. Look at me and you. I'm very nicely assuming and safely assuming all of us had a great childhood. Right? Did they complain? Did we see them really shout at us? Or, did they say, okay, now I have to make time for you. Okay, now I have to make time for my work. Okay, now I have to make time for grocery shopping. No, everything was so smooth. You didn't know how things were getting done in the house. And we don't need anybody to learn it from. It's our parents right here. But they are the ones that we have actually stopped listening to. They were always content. Sam is saying they were always content. He's saying, I agree. Manish is saying yes. Manasa is saying true. Right? So it is not new, guys. Right? So that is the first awareness also, another awareness that we need to have. This is not a new lifestyle that we are actually living. We've seen our parents, our cousins, our aunts, our uncles. We've lived it ourselves in our childhood. Right? One example that I'd like to really give from my life is Sundays used to be an ironing day in our house, which means that our school clothes would get ironed. No, there's no dhobi, there's no iron wala who used to do it. Every household at that time, if you remember, used to have an ironing board in their houses or ironing stand, or there used to be like these thick bed sheets that would be formed as a layer to iron the clothes. Our dad's coat, my dad was a senior lawyer, so his white shirts, like a set of 12 or 13 that he had, that would get ironed on Sundays. So Sunday used to be our ironing day, right? And there was no fuss about it. It was so beautiful. Yes, especially Papa ka cloth. Exactly, Neelam, exactly. Right? So, and Sundays used to be a Ramayana day, Mahabharata day. It could be a special Sunday meal. It could be a Sunday breakfast special day. And did you see your mom throwing a fuss about it? No. I know some families where Sundays, dads used to cook on Sundays, and that was like the dad's cooking day, or the dad's kitchen day, or the dad and children's kitchen day. A lot of them do it now too. But what I want to really look at it is, be aware that this is not new. We are getting frustrated because we feel this is new. It's because of the kind of life that we've lived, before this lockdown. Another reason is, so these are the things that we're looking at. Another reason that I'm also, that I really kind of want us to focus on is change. Humans predominantly don't like change. We do not like anything that's new being thrown at us, especially when we are set in procedures, processes, a set lifestyle, a set routine. You make that as your routine, but that's not life. Life is when challenges keep coming to us, when you have to solve challenges at every juncture. How many of you like a routine job, or how many of you like a job which is really challenging? Tell me that. So give 2 words, routine job or challenging work. Tell me, what is it that you really like? Do you like a challenging job, or do you like a routine job? Tell me what you like. I'm going to give you like 5 seconds. Write down just one word. Challenging job or routine job. Choose one of these words. Jyotirmay says, lockdown taught us again to live like how we used to live like in the 90s. Yep. Neelam is saying challenging job. Yep. Hi Nidika. So I've given about 5 seconds to tell us, or to tell me, what kind of job do you like? Do you like a challenging job, or do you like a routine job? Manasa is saying challenging. And I'll tell you why about it as well. In just another 2 seconds, I'm going to tell you why we like challenging job as well. But it says routine is boring. Absolutely. Okay. Manasa is saying challenging. Sam says challenging. Manish Patel says challenging job. I'm going to read each one of your answers. So go ahead. Don't feel shy. Write it down. Nandini, hi. Vikram says challenging. Yep. Manu says, okay, Manu just joined us. Okay, now do you see how many of us really like challenging jobs? All of us. But yet, we humans cry about it, yet enjoy it. That's our innate nature. You know why? Because we come from a DNA who lived in the caves. We survived by hunting, killing, protecting our family, and getting food for our family and getting food for us. That's the DNA that we've been built on. We've built on wisdom, wiseness, intelligence, intellectual capacity. Routine is always boring for us. The reason we are also not able to get along at this particular juncture is because it's a huge change. And what's a huge change? It's like all of us have been in a really fast car, and there has been a sudden speed break. Everything has come to a halt, and all of us are like, what just happened? What just happened? Right? And that's the reason all of this frustration and sadness and this anger is all building up. And this is not new. I want you all to be aware of that. And we spoke about so many other reasons as well. Vikram says challenging is exciting. Exactly. Jyotirmay says if challenging job becomes a routine again, it's boring. Of course. Challenging is what Savita says. Exactly, right? Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Now I'm going to, so these are the few reasons that, I want you all to be aware about why we are going through what we are going through mentally and psychologically. Now, I'm going to give you a few solutions. Before that, I have a few more other quick points as well, right? And why this frustration or anger is building up one is there's an overindulgence of social media. And I'm sure all of you agree with that. So the amount of stories that you're looking about people cooking new dishes, going fit, exercising every day, doing yoga every day, doing meditation every day, and then there's a sense of guilt, huge sense of guilt. That's the second point. Huge sense of guilt of, I'm not able to do that. It's absolutely fine. I want you all to be aware that they are doing, whoever is doing at their capacity. Probably they are minusing 5 chores and they're able to do that. Or yoga has been their practice from a very long time and they're still continuing it now. Probably they've just started something new and they're trying it out. Doesn't mean that you have to do everything that you see, everything that somebody else is achieving, or they are not achievements, they are not milestones. It is just one of their activity, how they are able to get over what they are going through right now. Yes, you heard me right. They are doing activities which is different, which is helping them overcome what they are going through right now, which is a mind, soul, body balancing activity. And it's not about good or right. It's about your wellness is what you need to think about. Okay? That's the second point. Overindulgence of social media, a sense of guilt when you really look at all of these things happening. All right? The next one is an imbalance of the mind and body. And what do I mean by that, right? You are only used to a certain amount of activities, physical activities in a certain day. But now everything is changed. What I want you all to really watch out is listen to your body. If your body needs rest, give it some rest, right? If it really wants to get a break, give it some break. If it wants a walk, go inward and really listen to your instinct. Listen to what it's saying and then act accordingly. And I will tell you a few, very quick techniques as well that you can possibly do. The next one is a sense of competition that's out there. Could be your family members, your peers, your friends. There's a lot of things happening like, 30-day challenge, 21-day challenge, lockdown challenge. It's okay. You don't have to do anything if you're unable to do. Just watch what people are doing and just enjoy it, right? So that is also something which is causing a lot of this built up anger and frustration. Oh my God, I'm not able to do this, right? No, you don't have to feel like that, okay? Another one is there is no brain and mind exercises as well. There's a lot of Netflix, TV, social media, a lot of time spent on phone, right? That's also one of the reasons. Another one is, like we spoke about, lack of change. There is no lack of change. There is no challenging jobs that's been given to us. We have really put the domestic work as just work. And this is something that I was thinking about, how we have very conveniently redefined the entire, and I don't think it's we, I think it's the way the world has been shaped, and a lot of marketing, a lot of media, a lot of job industries, or the way the world has really evolved as well, our definition of work has completely moved from anything, which doesn't earn you money. We have completely derailed it to that's not work. And that's also one of the reasons that we are going through what we are going through. I hope this really makes sense to you. Let's redefine our sense of work. Everything. There is something called Basavan. There is a quote by Basavarna who said, Kaya kave kailasa, which means work is worship. And did he give us a definition of work? No, he did not. Anything that you put your hands into, be it cooking, washing, cleaning, domestic work, non-domestic work, everything is work. The minute you start enjoying what you're doing, everything becomes a beautiful experience by itself. And because that's not happening is why we're really going through what we're going through. And I'm sorry if I keep repeating it, because there are a lot of people who are joining in now, and that kind of probably helps them understand what we're talking about and what I'm kind of coaching you or talking to you on. Okay, so now these are the reasons. Now let me quickly jump into what you can actually do to get over this, challenging phase. And I totally agree with you. All of us are in it together. All right. Firstly, I want you to know that you're not alone. There are millions and millions and millions of us going through it, right? You're not alone. So just stay calm, just be peaceful. Let us ride this phase successfully, not in a harsh way, not by hurting people, hurting ourselves. Watch out for your well-being. Okay. Firstly, I'll give you a very easy technique. Just do a breathing technique. Whenever you're angry, you're frustrated, or you're physically tired and a lot of chores are there, or you think there's a laundry list of things that you need to complete, just do a very small breathing exercise. It's a count of 7, 4, 8. Yes, 7, 4, 8. Remember it. So 7 is the amount of 7 seconds you breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just say it in your mind and hold your breath. Now hold your breath. Breathe in for 7 counts. Now hold for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now have a long breathe out of 8. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just do that. And you will see such a difference almost instantly. It's a very easy breathing technique. I'm not asking you to sit and meditate. If you do, fantastic. But just do this breathing technique. All right. That's the first thing that you can do. Secondly, if possible, and it's not easy at all, but only if possible, try and do a 10 to 20 minute physical exercise. Okay. The third one is, which I really would compel you to do, is assess your lifestyle that you've had so far. And I'm talking about your pre-lockdown period. All right. Pre-lockdown period, how were you living your life? Was it a fast-paced life? Did you really enjoy it? What were the things that you were doing? What is it that, was creating a lot of pressure, tension? What did you love doing which you never did? What is it that you love doing but, you never thought of it? What are the things that you've always wanted to do but you could never do? Were you really living a stressful life? Did you lack anything? I want you to assess that. Now take that, assess what you're going through right now, okay, and pick the good things. Yes, I'm all for positivity and optimism, guys, yes, and a lot of you know this by now. Take that piece and take the piece now of what you're going through right now. What are the things that you're actually enjoying to do right now? You love cooking, you're making cooking new dishes, you're meditating every day, or you're able to, exercise every alternate day, you're connecting with your friends much more, you're talking to your parents much more, you're connecting really at a soul level with your children, you're spending really good quality time with your family. Take all of that and now assess your lifestyle, see what best you can actually make out of this entire thing. Promise yourself to try and follow that post the lockdown. Yes, and this is my dose of optimism and positivity for you post the lockdown. Yes, assess your pre-lifestyle, assess your lifestyle now, omit all the things that you're angry about. Listen to my entire video if you really think, you didn't get what I was talking earlier. And then now that you have that awareness, to pick up things that are really helping you right now. Okay. Basically, take stock of what you did versus what you're doing now, what you like about it, and how is it that you would like to take it forward. Yep, it's just a self review. Absolutely. The next thing that I want you to do is start doing something new every month or every fortnight, right? Like now a lot of us are saying, I've started reading, I have started cooking, I have started, gardening, I have started bird watching, I have started really looking at my plants even more closer, I have started growing vegetables, right? So start picking up new things every month and add that to your list, because like I said, a challenge is something that we really like, and let's challenge ourselves when it comes to our home front and from our well-being point of view. Okay. Bharat is saying, here and now is what I learned, and I'm feeling that mind is not in the future, no anxiety gap. Absolutely, we will come to that very soon. Okay, the next one is, I would really want you all to consider being humane. A lot of us, I really see the beautiful experiences coming out where people are saying, I'm buying from the vendors on the road, on the street sides, I don't haggle anymore with them. I really want to help out the farmers out there, I want to help out the senior citizens. How are they doing? I want to help out my neighbors. Please keep that. Continue this humane nature. We really need that. We cannot live in a society which is just driven by money and work and luxury, name and fame, right? So add that in your list, okay? The next one, and I'm talking about the ways we can get out, or the way we can really move away from, the physical, the emotional and the psychological drain that we're having right now. Okay, another thing, okay, don't go into your kitchen or your house like a ninja, right? The saying about kal kare so aaj kare, I'm sorry, pardon me if something's wrong, kal kare jo aaj kare so ab kare, doesn't work. And you know about that. Give yourself a break, give your kitchen a break, give your domestic life a break in terms of sweeping, swabbing, whatever. Please take it easy. Let it be smooth. Let it not be, something that's been thrown upon you. Okay? And one of my friend that, who said, there's a quote that I'm going on with my Facebook where it mentioned, what is that one good thing or activity that you'd like to continue post-lockdown? And he so beautifully put it, that if you don't do an activity tomorrow, the world is not going to end. And that is so true, right? So just keep that in mind. The last one that I'd really like to end this, or probably just before that, is live life as close as possible to nature. Yes, how many of us are really loving the autumn trees, the spring trees, the green, greenery around us, the light blue skies, right? The clean air, the soundless human pollution and the physical and the motor pollution and the noise. How many of us are really loving that? Peacocks on the roads, deers on the roads, and in Madhya Pradesh there were beautiful tigers which were seen on the main road, right? How many of us really love that? Yeah, we humans are actually the biggest noise on this earth, right? So let's live like we are living with someone on this earth. Let's not live like we are the only ones who own the earth. And you would have heard this a lot of times. So my last one for you is live with nature, live with earth, live with the nature as close as possible. Let your life not be a vacation the way you're staying right now. Let your life not be where you take vacation once in a lifetime or once in a year. Let your life be like a vacation, and then everything else around it falls around what you're doing. So before I leave, what I want you all to do is, I want you all to write down one good thing that you like about this lockdown. One good thing. And I'm sure a lot of you have, and don't even tell me no. Right? Just one word, and I'm going to read out everyone's very quickly. What is that one thing that you all like about during this lockdown? One word. Could be gardening, could be cooking, reading, going back to nature, living a very beautiful, simple lifestyle. No Swiggy, no Zomatos, no Olas or Ubers, or no overindulgence, no outside food. Just give me one word and let's see what is it that you love about this lockdown, because this is going to implant a sense in your mind that it is not all that bad, and that's the reason I'm doing this exercise with you. So come on, go on. Give me a word very quickly. Sam says, I have more beautiful birds chirping every day morning. So these days, so nature. Absolutely. I have birds in my balconies which never used to come, but they are so beautiful. We are really living a life of serenity and happiness and nature. Okay. Harsha says, hi Harsha. Harsha says, cooking. Absolutely, right? Okay. Purnima says, all of what you said, Viji. There you go. So beautiful. Isn't that like a life worth living? And that's what we should be making our life out of. Not everything else out of that. What we are doing now and what you want to do is what your life should be. Savita says, no stress over the mind. Isn't it suddenly, we were talking about it, suddenly your maid doesn't come, doesn't matter. Your cook doesn't come, doesn't matter. Your driver doesn't come, doesn't matter. Right? It's and the kind of life that you're living right now is so self-sufficient and so self-dependent. Okay. Savita says, I read Savita's. Manish says, reading and managing time, homemade food. Yeah, so beautiful. Purnima says, a cold cane so close to me and drank water. It was so beautiful. What an experience that must be. I can imagine. If you see, they are not afraid because they are rarely seeing human beings now. So when they see something one-off, they're actually not scared. You are blessed to have such an experience. Bharat says the power of now. Absolutely. Manasa saying focusing on what really matters. Yeah, exactly. Purnima says, yeah, actually I'm going to think of doing my own work. That's so beautiful. But do contribute to your health who've been there with you, if they've been with you for a very long time. Ferdinand Lawrence, hi, says stress-free, target-free life when there's no pressure. Target-free life, there you go. Yep. What does Ganapati have to say? You're always the best and I'm proud to say you are my college mate. Of course, I know. I'm so proud as well that you are my college mate and we've been friends. Okay. I'm waiting for that one word, something that really, really you're liking about this lockdown. Okay, I'll tell you mine. One is self-sufficient. Second is I'm selfish. I really love spending time with my husband and my child. Though they get annoyed with me, I love it. And I'm sure they don't admit it, but I know they like it too, right? Secondly, I really love the birds. It really takes me back to my childhood where I used to go to my native and it used to be so peaceful. Nobody would fuss about night, dark, morning. Everything just went about so smoothly, and that's what I'm loving about this particular lockdown. All right. Okay, so I think I'm just about time. I'm done, guys. You guys have been lovely, so participative. I really love meeting you guys every Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me with my Winner Mindset series. Let me know if there's anything that you think, I could actually come ahead every Sunday and talk to you all about. It could be whatever's on your mind. Go ahead, just mention your suggestions, your ideas, your comments, your feedbacks. What do you think about these Sunday sessions? This is my 4th one, so thank you so much for supporting me, guys, and stay positive, stay madly crazily happy and optimistic. This is not the end of the world. Make the best out of this entire lockdown period. Get the best and be selfish. Look out for your well-being. Just take only the good things. All right. So stay safe, guys. Please wear a mask whenever you're going out, and please maintain social distancing. Let us follow our Prime Minister, who only has the good things and a good intent for us, for his country. All right. Thank you so much. Purnima says your thoughts are so good too. I know. Thank you so much. It's because of all your encouragement. All right. Okay. See you guys, and I will see you next week soon. So, but I want to hear your suggestions and your comments, and feel free to share my video as well. I would be happy for other people to watch it as well. Thanks, guys, and you take care. See you. Bye-bye.